Hello there, my fellow notebook aficionados. The Lenovo Legion Slim 7 is arguably one of the best thin and light gaming or even all-purpose performance notebooks. And when we recently did our review about the Intel i9-13900H equipped config, there was one question many of you guys wanted the answer to. How about the AMD version? Truth to be told, the Ryzen powered 16-incher completely flew under my radar, but that's what our community is for, and so it is my honor today to present to you, everybody's darling when it comes to sleek gamers, the Legion Slim 7 with a Team Red CPU. Apart from the spec sheet, not much has changed though, and while I would have loved to compare both machines with the very same configs apart from the CPU of course, I was only able to get a sample with an RTX 4060. But since this also marks the entry into the Slim 7 series, I am sure it may be a very attractive option for many of you guys. In addition to the Zen 4 7840HS and the before mentioned Nvidia mid-ranger running with up to 140 watts, we get 32 gigs of DDR5-5600 RAM, a 1TB SSD and the same QHD+ 240Hz IPS display. Since the chassis and everything externally is identical to the Intel version, I will just quickly brush over what is on offer with the Legion. If you want the in-depth extended cut, please check out that very video we did a few weeks ago. I will link it somewhere up here and in the description below. The all-metal chassis is still amongst the best you will find in this class, with an incredibly quality feel and exceptional rigidity. Port selection is class leading, and while you would argue that the Slim is missing an RJ45 jack with 3 USB-As, 2 USB-Cs, one being 3.2 Gen 2, the other supporting USB 4, HDMI 2.1 and a full-size SD card reader, you will hardly miss anything. I've been a big fan of Lenovo's keyboards, and this very Legion is not an exception. And as with the Intel version, the trackpad unfortunately cannot quite keep up with the rest of the system or the competition in terms of its overall feel. The bright and fast display is coming from a different vendor this time, but the differences in our measurements are only marginal. If you are after wider color gamuts, there is apparently a 100% DCI-P free option, but we haven't been able to test that one, and apart from only covering sRGB, the panel in the Slim 7 is very alright for almost anything you will probably do with this one. But let's finally talk about the differences for both machines, and it mostly comes down to what the 8-core Ryzen 7 has in store against the hybrid i9-13900H with its 6 performance and 8 efficiency cores. In our CPU rating, a combined score of lots of different CPU benchmarks, the difference is not only measurable, but if your applications favor faster processing cores, you will most likely even feel a noticeable difference. If you are interested into individual benchmark results and scores, please follow the link in the description to our written review. System performance might fall behind similarly Intel-equipped RTX 4060 notebooks, but subjectively the AMD Legion is still a very snappy system that will give you a great performance experience in a wide range of applications and use cases. On the GPU side of things, the RTX 4060 is pretty much on par with the average for Nvidia's mid-ranger, but unlike the 4070 in its Intel-powered sibling, it cannot rise above the rest of similarly equipped notebooks. The difference is marginal though, and will not result in a tremendously different experience overall. The sleek form factor, well-calibrated display and especially the still very capable 4060 turn the Legion into a great creator notebook and slim workstation as well. So before we continue with our gaming results, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor. Nvidia's Studio program is here to help accelerate all of your content creation needs, with dedicated drivers being vigorously tested for compatibility and reliability in almost all applications being used in various fields throughout the professional industry. And of course, their powerful silicon for a healthy dose of GPU acceleration. The new mobile RTX 4000 cards come with exclusive hardware features that you will not find anywhere else on the market. And notebooks with Team Green's dedicated GPUs come in all shapes and sizes. Are you looking for something super portable to enter the world of content creation? Or maybe you're a student and need something affordable or something you can lug around campus without breaking a sweat? RTX 4050 or 4060 equipped notebooks can easily handle your first steps in photo editing or graphics design, and can even get you started in CGI or video editing. With dedicated tensor cores for AI-accelerated features in Adobe's Creative Suite, for example, or hardware encoders for your high-res video footage, even the entry-level chips will give you a solid performance boost. Craving something faster? Well, with the efficiency gains in the latest GPU generation, you can even find 4070s in super sleek chassis for some pretty insane do-it-all performance machines. Or dial it up to 11 with even 4090s being fit into 14-inch notebooks. Or are you the on-the-go pro looking for the ultimate mobile workstation? Well, both the RTX 4080 and especially the 4090 will provide desktop-level performance for almost anything you can think of, for filmmakers, video editors, or CGI artists. If you want to learn more about Nvidia Studio Program and for a complete list of supported applications, please follow the links in the description below. And if you want to get shopping right away, our German retail partner Alternate got you covered, and you can find a list of available studio notebooks down there as well. And now let's get back to our review. Our synthetic GPU results are backed up by our gaming rating, which shows pretty much the exact same differences. And once again, you get exactly what you pay for with the 4060. But to squeeze a couple of more frames out of the Ada mobile card, it is still best paired with an Intel CPU. That said, the Legion 7 is still a very capable gaming system and can handle even modern titles in the display's native resolution with an easy 60 FPS, especially if you take advantage of DLSS and frame generation. We tested a bunch of games for you in Full HD and QHD so you can get an idea of what to expect. Regarding fan noise, the Legion is doing alright but can still get quite audible when pushed hard in its performance mode. And as always, the balanced or even the quiet profile are a very good alternative for when you do not have your headphones at hand or want to enjoy your games with the family around. We recorded some noise samples for you, and in addition we have a lot more data on our website when it comes to our noise testing and temperature behavior for the Slim gamer. Alright folks, before we wrap things up, let's talk about battery life. And while the Ryzen CPU in the Legion did not really bring any significant advantages to the table up until now, if you tend to use your laptop independently from an outlet, the Team Red Slim 7 will definitely be the better pick. While around 7 hours are still not great and some Intel-equipped notebooks can relatively easily beat that, within the Lenovo lineup it's still very respectable. So let's wrap this up for today. If you have the chance to pick CPU platforms for the Lenovo Legion Slim 7, which one should you go for? Well, if you consider that performance is most likely going to be better across the board with Team Blue Silicon, and temperatures and fan noise is pretty much the same as well, I would say only pull the trigger on the AMD equipped variant if you value the added battery life and maybe the much faster iGPU for when you do not need the discrete Nvidia chip. Apart from that, it comes down to availability and price in your respective area, since I for myself was not able to find a Ryzen equipped Legion in stock anywhere. But please folks, let me know what you think and which CPU platform would be your choice. That should be it for today. Thanks a ton for watching. Make sure to hit that like and sub button on your way out. My name is Alex, you have been fantastic, and I cannot wait to see you all in the next one. Take care.